Oh, and unmuting myself, and now they can officially hear us. They can see us, so I guess technically we're back. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, now we're back. For some reason, it didn't want to unmute y'all.
Well, it is good to be heard.
It's good to be back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the bonus roll. It's been a couple weeks. We're going to be a little rusty, so bear with us. Zizva and I have been going through some pretty high stress situations, so if we're a little tense, that's why. I completely forgot to get myself a drink, so I'm probably going to be all like, I need a break soon. But you know what? Until then, hello everyone and welcome to the bonus roll. Today we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5e set in my homebrew world of Aldra. We're continuing a campaign we started and then took a little break from and then did a reboot of and then invited new players to and then took a little bit of a break from, and now apparently we have to move up to another city. But you know what? It's fine. D&D. I'm looking at the wrong monitor. D&D. So, a couple things to be announced that I haven't really, been live to announce. Spelljammer is coming out, and we will not be canceling this campaign for Spelljammer. I did not need to say that, but I wanted to say that.
No, but you keep rolling, antimatter rifle loots for us, so I'm not so sure that we're not going there.
I have figured out that problem, and I have fixed it.
I mean, we should already have like 3 antimatter rifles.
Yep. We are
that
doing.
Buttons have her boom.
Okay, no. You're already having me figure out how to do a body slam and plate mail.
Fair.
All right. We are doing a change to the end of show where in previous sessions, at the end of the show, we have allowed players to award inspiration to other players. Instead, what we'll be doing is you can earn an inspiration by calling out good roleplay or good scene work or whatever you want to call out to give kudos to one of your fellow players. So we've changed this from you giving one away to you earning one by recognizing great role playing. Let's see. Oh, Meltastic, thank you for the resub.
Absolutely.
All right. I can't. Oh, actually, no. I can think of hundreds of ways to continue to delay this, but I think instead it'll be more fun if we actually play D&D. What do y'all think?
Let's do this.
All right.
Open to the idea.
It's all good.
So I'm going to switch us to the more apropos music.
Oh, and for anybody to whom this is appropriate, Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, yes. It is Mother's Day. Yes, correction. Oh, excuse me 1 second. Accent.
And if you are a mom, Happy Mother's Day. If you have a mom to which you'd like to wish a Happy Mother's Day, be sure to wish them a Happy Mother's Day.
Also, yes. So, where we last left off, y'all had spent looking around for salt and concluded the long part of the day with a meal at the Queen's Cloud Tavern. Entering, or going outside, y'all saw the symphony of colors that covered the night sky. A not unusual sight for you. The colors blanketing from end to end in a rolling and churning mass of reflected light and refracted light. Sorry. Your attention was drawn to the docks, where a ship had come into port with a stylized rabbit on the mainsail holding a crossbow. A group had gathered at the foot of the docks that drew y'all's attention, and a sort of tendling.
forgot, what was our mechanical bird status? Is it still with Safrina?
It has vanished.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just check.
See, I thought it had left.
As y'all
Dear.
stand there and look towards the ship, your gaze is drawn upwards. You can't help but notice a twinkling of light through the presence of the colors in the sky. And over the course of a couple seconds, the colors start to thin and dim and darken until you see the star sky behind the veil of color. It is your normal night. It's not the first time y'all have seen the stars, but generally they're only really visible on nights of the new moon. And so with the pale orb hanging low in the sky having just risen, the stars gleaming above it, you notice hanging high in the sky from one edge of the horizon to the other, 17 kind of spire-like crystals that seem to have a fixed position in the upper atmosphere. Their crystalline surfaces glittering softly with the glow of the moon that they catch. Normally you can't see them due to either the bright of the sun making them almost impossible to be seen, or due to the panoply of colors that they cast out from the moonlight. But something seems to have changed. Kala, Bert, Buttons, as you look up at the giant astrolabe saw in the Feywild, the device that always seemed to be pointing directly at the moon.
I look over towards the college, see if it's doing anything strange, as colleges sometimes do.
The Institute is a silent monolith in the center of Glassbreaker Bay. Its dark form silhouetted by the moonlight with a number of illuminations from within the tower windows, with more of them blinking up one after another. You hear in the distance the soft creak of the ship as it rocks in the bay gently.
And yeah, I guess it's not a college. College thinks of it as a school, because she did learning there.
Is it just me or did things just get a little bit ominous?
Meryl, can you move your...
Is it just me or did things just get a little bit ominous?
I agree. Look at this. This is slightly strange for the days.
No one's even going to be paying attention if we have a concert now. Though I guess y'all got work to do because the ship's here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, we do
hopefully
need to
it's
check
all-
on it.
Yeah.
Feel a soft tension at the back of your neck. It's not painful, but it's a tightness. It's not quite the hairs on the back of your neck standing up. It's more the pinprick sensation of someone looking at you.
Does anybody else feel like they're being undressed with somebody's eyes? This is weird. Something's happening. Something's happening. Something's happening.
Are you addressing people with your powers?
Pardon?
I don't think it's that.
Okay, I didn't think so either, but I had to double check.
Right.
I want to.
Zephyrina's instincts tell her to kind of draw her longsword out because she's not really sure what it is either. So, is there anybody around that is armed?
There's
or like
not quite a collection of people armed, but there are a number of other people who have stepped out of the Queen's Cloud Tavern and are looking at the sky or at the ship that's in harbor with the group of people that has started to congregate around it. You don't actually recall seeing many people carrying weapons actively during the day.
Okay. And this ship this is the one, Buttons, you've been waiting for, right? Or that your grandmother owns, or it's your family ship?
Yes. I believe it was her grandmother's.
Yes.
Scanning back over my notes. Yes, and does appear to have arrived safely, I hope.
And assault, maybe.
Right, let's not dawdle. Would you all care to accompany me? We can make sure that the cargo arrived safely. Make sure that the ship
That doesn't
arrived
require
safely.
getting on a ship, right?
It does, typically.
I mean, generally it's difficult. Though we can perhaps speak with the captain or quartermaster from the docks if they're engaging in unloading.
As y'all are discussing, a hot wind blows in off of the bay. It smells of brine, and it has that subtle electrical hint to it in the distance of a storm. A second later, another breeze blows down from the mountainsides behind y'all, cold and frigid, and the winds pass back and forth like this multiple times, giving the sensation of something taking deep, heaving breaths.
Right, something is clearly not. That I don't know what a kind of meteorological knowledge check would be. Can I roll a nature check?
Sure.
I would also like to roll one.
Go ahead.
Given that I live out in nature most of the time.
While they're
15.
doing that, can I do a perception check on the ship to locate any signs of damage?
Sure thing. You're at a good distance, so you're going to have some difficulty picking out specificities, though.
My nature check was 11.
11? Narrow?
Yeah.
15.
15? Wind doesn't normally reverse directions like that, and it doesn't normally radically change temperature. You don't see any damage, but you...
Right then. Duty of the nobility. All right, all of you, if you don't mind, I do think we should head for that ship post haste. I fear that something terrible may have happened. And Buttons is going to hike up her armor, check her crossbow, and start heading for the boat at speed.
All right.
We're doing crossbows, and Kala gets hers out. It looks over at Zephrina's sword and follows Buttons.
Just a precaution. Just a precaution. I hope.
Zephyrina will kind of bring up the rear, kind of scanning as we're trying to walk towards the ship to see if anything looks like it's a threat as we're trying to move towards it.
Spencer would be right in front of Zephrina then, walking up and kind of gesturing to Kala. You can hide behind me if you'd like, if you're fearing being on this boat, or you can hold my hand.
That doesn't help with being sick.
Okay.
Can't you
Well-
hover above the boat?
Yeah. I don't really want to get on the boat, but I'll try to hover by it if y'all have to get on it.
Bird, are you traveling?
Maybe you
with
could
the
have
group?
a little rope or something, and I could just close my eyes and follow along and fly.
Kala balloon.
Sure. Spencer uncoils some of the silk rope that he holds and gives a part to Kala.
Okay, good. We have a boat plan in case we have to go on the boat.
As y'all approach the dock side, you see a gathering of porters. The ship has pulled in, and someone has thrown mooring lines on either side of the gangplank that has been dropped down, leading up to the top of it. It seems to be riding higher in the water than a heavily laden merchant vessel should. A number of the porters nearby are kind of whispering to one another. Dockmaster Jahan sees y'all approaches like, we're going to wait until morning to unload the ship. I know y'all had a bit of a rush on something. Sorry about that, but something doesn't feel. As he's talking, a single piercing cry of pain issues from within the ship, cutting him off. He stops talking, looks up at the ship, and then shouts at someone nearby, "You! Go and get the marshals. Something's wrong." The dockhand looks at him dumbly for a few seconds before he nods and rushes off towards the town proper.
Can I send Cornelius as like a flyby over the ship to see if he can perceive anything from our distance?
Much closer, and Cornelius has owl eyes, so he can see fairly well in the dark, as I remember. So,
yeah, keen hearing and sight.
Yep,
He's got dark vision.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check, just straight perception roll.
Okay. Oh, so does he get he gets the bonus of his perception though?
Yes.
Right. 19.
19. He sees as he flies overhead and transmits the image to you a kind of. It looks like a person, but there's something wrong about their movements, about the arrangement of their arms and legs. It seems misshapen and twisted in some way as it lurches towards the underside of the ship.
So that one is kind of like falling down off the deck, or?
It's lurching towards the stairs down under the deck.
Okay. So somebody is definitely experiencing something. They look odd, misshapen. They definitely need some type of help.
Only one person?
But who?
It's only a single person that Cornelius could see.
How many people are on the
crew?
deck?
The crew is generally 30 people. You don't really see anyone else on the deck immediately from the angle that you're at.
Okay, I would think my character would know this better than I as a player do, but is that normal? Like,
No.
Wouldn't normally the crew be all on deck?
The crew would
As
normally
they
be on
land?
deck or be starting to unload at this point.
Yeah, so that's definitely weird. And
Yeah, Cornelius said this
Purple
person
inside.
was trying to get below deck.
Do you think the crew's under there?
There's only one way to find out.
Is there a gangplank? Like, how did the captain get to the dock?
The gangplank has been thrown down and two mooring lines have been affixed to the ship. It looks like they just threw a hook line over the banister and then tied it to one of the support structures on the dock.
Okay.
So the ship had to throw down the gangplank, though, right?
It looks like the gangplank was thrown from the dock and lifted up on the dock and settled in place. There's some water on it where it clearly, like, they did not quite get it the first time.
Captain, shoot, planking on buttons is actual legal name. Captain, I am dispatched by my lady grandmother to check on your ship. What in the crown's name is going on here?
Jahan, the dockmaster, kind of looks at you. He's like, the captain hasn't come down.
Oh, shoot. Who was it? Was Jean who was saying that?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought it was the captain who was saying that. I'm sorry.
So basically, our situation is there's been no interaction from the ship yet. The dock put up the gangplank. The dock put the mooring lines. There's only one thing or person visible, and no reaction yet from the ship other than a scream.
Yes.
How do you spell Jean?
Jhan.
Yep.
Okay. Didn't have the name written down in my notes before. Now I do. Sorry for the
Yeah,
confusion.
it's in our wiki. Venser just kind of says, I'm not really the rescuing type, but somebody needs some help. Should we just go up there? I mean, clearly we need the salt. Somebody's hurting. We have to do something, don't we?
Okay.
Are you deciding, or?
Zephyrina will
Very
just push past
contemplative.
everybody and just start she'll just start trying to get on the ship.
No one stops you, though a few people do like look at you before moving off to the side. There's no one to attempt to block your way, though, as you go up on top of the ship. You see, it looks like a fairly standard merchant cargo ship. A couple, maybe 20, 30 feet across from a glance without measuring, with rails around the edge. A pair of stairs lead up to the a pair of stairs to the right lead up to what looks like the captain's wheel, and a set of stairs to the left lead down on one half in under the deck and up onto the forward deck on the other side, with a loaded harpoon that has been mounted to the front of the ship. You kind of see a number of misshapen lumps of cloth that Cornelius had seen but not quite, focused his attention on, because they weren't moving, start to suddenly shift around as you approach the top of the gangplank. And I need to hit a button.
And as a note, Kala's not really going forward, but she's like floating up in line with Sabrina, holding the rope.
6 lumps of cloth kind of start to shift and lift up, and you see this medium-sized creature with a twisted mouth, like it's too large, like 2 mouths have been melded together, with 4 arms and 2 legs, but also a second set of legs kind of vestigially hanging off of them. Their ears are elongated and pointed, and 4 eyes from each of them look at you with a odd kind of glazed look. Go ahead and place your tokens on the board and roll initiative for me, please.
Okay.
Second, I think I may need to reload the owlbear. Yes, I did. Okay.
Ruh-roh.
Alright.
Was not a very good initiative roll.
10 for Venser.
10 for Venser.
I have a 9.
9 for Zephyrina.
I mess with Venser's trying to get it in the middle, and they're all going to middle spots right now. I need to figure out why on the setting.
No, that's fine. I'm perfectly okay being there.
Okay. It does need to be precise. Just needs to give us a general
As
idea.
I see this, I mean, I'm the only one, I guess, who's seen it, so I'll just turn to the group and say, we've got baddies. So.
Start sneaking up off turn.
Kala, Bert, what was your initiative?
23.
Jeebus.
Wow.
Drew, rogues.
17.
17. Alrighty.
Did I say 10 for
Did you say that I could see all 6 of them from this vantage point?
Yes, although you can't see
Okay.
the fullness of them, you definitely see the movement of them on the upper deck.
Okay.
Let's see here. Bert, you're up first.
Okay. Okay. I will do a psychic blade at C.
At C. Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
22.
22 will definitely hit.
Okay. That's a 9 damage, and then cunning action hide.
Okay. What do your psychic blades look like?
I'm assuming like well, obviously daggers, but I'm thinking more like kind of more shaped like throwing daggers than like traditional daggers.
Makes sense.
I don't think it would be like full like ninja star or something like that, but definitely a much more streamlined, no hilt type of
Kind of like a
more
sliver
aerodynamic
of,
shape.
kind of like a sliver shape almost.
Yes.
When you hide, do you just kind of crouch down on top of the gangplank and hope the angle is going to be enough, or are you going to move somewhere?
I think I'm going to move. Trying to get like kind of here, like behind the barrel, if or whatever. I don't know if that's a barrel or a mast.
That's a
but-
barrel.
Okay.
All right. So you kind of rush up and kind of work your way into the space between the barrel and tuck yourself back in. Go ahead and make a stealth roll for me,
Sure.
and that'll be the DC to notice you.
That's a 17.
17. Okay. Remember that, please. Kala, you're up.
Since he's specifically hiding from that side, is he still visible or is he hidden from
You
Kala?
can. I would say you can see him because you saw where he went, and he's visible from that side.
Okay. Kala's gonna be like, well, those don't look all that friendly? Don't look all that friendly, right? Good luck, everyone! And she uses her action for Call of Glory on the Custom Bard College to bless. We'll go with Bert, Sabrina, and Buttons.
All right. Bert, Zephyrina, and Buttons Yell are under the effect of the Bless spell.
Yay!
Remind me what that is?
When you make an attack roll or a saving throw, roll an extra d4.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Also, hashtag blessed.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we'll go with bonus action. They will be a d6 until end of turn.
All right. You expend one of your bardic colleges. What does this look like?
She's had little tiny music notes before, and she's had vines before, but with this, I think it's kind of like just a soft glow, and you kind of get the idea that that might be kind of why Bree is wanting fairy kissed or blessed stuff. And Kala floats up till she's about 10 feet higher than the edge of the ship to kind of give an overview for people.
Alrighty. Let's see here now. Then the next person up is Buttons. Buttons, until the start, I believe it is, of Kala's next turn, instead of rolling a d4, you roll a d6 when you add a bless.
Okay. That's fantastic.
It's a very good college.
So, also, as far as tokens go, the Artificer one looks like it should be more of a construct thing, and the construct thing looks like a person in armor. So I'm just using the construct token for buttons and the Artificer token for kettle.
That's perfectly fine by me. As long as we know whose token is whose.
Okay. I did label them.
I did. I see
I
that.
labeled them. Okay. Right. All right then, Amber out into the fore. And she is going to up. So 10, 15, 20. Sabrina, would you mind terribly if I stepped in here?
Sure. Let's do this.
Alright, and I'm going to make a Thunder Gauntlet attack against the northernmost enemy, enemy A.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is a 16.
16 on A, you said?
Wait, plus the bless.
Yep.
That is a 22.
That'll definitely hit.
Thank you, Carla. Alright, so that deals minimum damage. That deals 5 thunder damage against that creature.
Alright.
And it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me until the start of my next turn.
So this is the first time you've used Thunder Gauntlets. What does that attack look
Yes. As Buttons kind of dashes up the gangplank to the deck, her armor visibly powers up with this kind of orange lines of fluid just kind of glowing along the contours of it. Her helmet, which had been kind of retracted, just kind of springs over and covers her ears. And her fist, like, visibly shifts configuration, where a kind of a metal boxing glove looking thing covers her fingers and sprouts out a couple of spikes that arc electricity just before she hits.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's basically got big metal boxing glove on one hand, shield in the other. She has a shield. She does. Yeah. And she's going to use a bonus action to command Kettle.
Right.
Kettle's movement is a fly of 30. So Kettle is going to move 5, 10, 15. And does Kettle have a clear shot at creature A?
The railing is not so much as it would provide cover, so yes.
Okay. And yeah, Buttons is just kind of the tea kettle is literally just kind of flapping around. So 4 strike. That is going to be a 16.
All right, that'll definitely hit.
And that is 5 force damage. So yeah, the kettle just kind of flaps up there on its ornithopter wings, and then just kind of shoots a burst of. It looks like steam for a second, but it's just pure magical force and just smacks into the thing.
Alrighty, anything else?
Let's see, attacked. Hopefully, attracted their attention. I believe that is it.
All right, Vincner, you're up.
Vincer has a very wild-eyed look about him. He kind of stammers a bit and takes a 5-foot step, near and under Kala, with the Kala balloon, and says, "This is I don't know exactly what I should be doing here. But Zafrina, you need to do the thing. You said you were doing the thing, so do the thing. And he pulls out his tan and he starts to play a kind of a syncopated rhythm on the tambourine-like instrument, kind of like a bum, 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 bum.
I love it.
And casts bardic inspiration on Zafrina, and then takes the dodge action while waiting for further instructions.
Alrighty. If that's everything, then Zaprina, you're up.
Okay. So I have Bless, which is an extra D4, or no,
D6.
D6 on this turn. And then the Bardic Inspiration is a D4?
Yes.
The D6.
Oh, wait,
Also
yeah,
a D6?
yeah, it's a D6, yes.
Woo! All right.
You literally cannot miss.
But you don't have to
Yeah,
use the bardic one unless you need it. So you can hold it if you have a roll that makes it without it.
I got it. Okay. Okay, Buttons. So, Buttons, you stepped in front of me. So,
Buttons is short, so you could easily kind of move past them.
yeah.
This is not like blocking you from the battlefield. This is just giving you some cover.
Right. Well, I need a little bit of the fact that you're in front of me is problematic for what my original plan was. So I'll
Sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna be able to hit more than one at a time, but I don't want friendly fire in this situation. So,
I can take it.
let's see. You've got that one under. No, it's fine. My movement is 25. So I'm actually going to. I mean, maybe this gives them an attack of opportunity here, but I want to get past Buttons and move kind of towards the middle of the deck, where I'm at here, and then you see Zephyrina's like thumbs locked together, and she's gonna actually cast a spell. She's got burning hands, and she's gonna let it go at D and B in
D
the
and B?
cone. D and B, yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just check angles real quick. Yeah, you can get them both, I would say.
It's a cone within 15 feet, so I think that.
Yeah, you'd be able to get them both. As you move past A and C, they will make attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah,
A has disadvantage.
that's right.
But they have disadvantage. So let's see. A is currently wielding which ones? A and C. Spears. And Morning Stars. Okay. A makes a Morning Star attack against you with disadvantage. It's a 7. Yep, a 7.
Miss.
So that's going to miss.
Miss.
And C makes a spear attack. That's a 1 or a 5. And so 5. 1. They both swish at you as you just rush by them. Lock your fingers together and go ahead and describe your.
Yeah, she just looks. She locks her fingers with her hands spread like this, and she just like bends the knee a little bit, like she's pushing the fire forward, and releases the thin kind of sheet of fire at them.
Okay, and that's a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yes, it's a dex save of a 13. If not, they'll take half damage if they beat it.
All right, so B got a 15.
Okay, so that'll be half damage. So there's the.
And
3.
D got a 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Oof.
So fire damage, the one that took all of it takes 10 fire damage.
Okay.
And so half of that for the one that made the 15.
D just eats it as the fire rolls over him. B just manages to dodge to the side as you scorch its edges, but not get the full hit on it. Anything else?
I don't think so. unfortunately, I don't have any.
Alright. It's A's turn. A looks back at Zeprina, but then turns its attention back to Buttons and lifts its Morning Star and is going to use its multi-attack on you. So first attack roll is an 8. That's a miss.
Yes.
Second attack roll is a 23
That will hit.
for minimum damage, 3 damage, piercing. And then its third attack roll is a 12.
That will miss.
B just took the brunt of, or just got scorched slightly. Sorry, it didn't take the brunt of it. Is going to turn and wield its Morning Star as it takes a swing at Zeprina. That is a 13 for its first attack. That's a miss. An 11 is another miss. And a 12 is another miss. Man, I am not rolling great for these guys today. Good for y'all, though. All right.
Zephyrina, I imagine, is especially with her sleeveless jacket, looks kind of like the Matrix as she dodges the different swings and stuff.
I love it. Just kind of quick step back in one instance. All right, C does not have a high enough passive perception to see where Bert went, so it's going to focus its spear attack on Buttons. With its first attack being an 11 to miss. Second attack being a 23, that's definitely going to hit.
Yes.
It is used.
I want to go ahead and use my reactions for silvery barbs to make that one re-roll it, since I can see Buttons about to be
Okay,
hit.
that is fine.
Oh, Kala.
And I'll give Buttons the advantage on the next turn.
So reroll is a 10, so it misses on its second attack. And third attack is a 14, which is also going to miss, I assume.
Yes.
D took the full brunt of the blast. It howls in pain and lurches forward, grabbing a spear and taking attacks at Zeprina in reprisal. First attack is a 18. Does that hit?
That hits.
All right. For max damage, 10 damage.
Oof.
Second attack is an 11. That's going to miss.
Correct.
And third attack is a 19. That'll hit, though. Right?
That'll hit, yeah.
Yep. For another 6 piercing damage. As it rushes at you, it makes a flurry of attacks as it's just howling in burn pain, and manages to score 2 quick hits at your side. One of the ones at the top of the foredeck grunts as it lifts a heavy crossbow and levels the aim at Kala because she is floating at about its eye level, I would think.
10 feet above deck, so about.
So that is a 18 to hit.
That will hit.
For 4 damage. It then turns towards its allies and will make another crossbow attack as its multiple hands reload the crossbow as it's aiming to take an attack at Buttons. For 20 to hit.
That will hit.
For 8 damage. And then it'll make its final crossbow attack against Zeprina with a 14, which is a miss.
Buttons that went through the armor there. Ow.
Yeah.
F moves forward. It hefts a crossbow as well and does what the first one did in reverse. Going at Zaprina first. Though it's far enough away that Kala is going to be a disadvantage on the... It's going to have disadvantage on the attack roll against Kala. That's a 6 versus Zaprina, so that is a miss. Yep. Against Buttons, that is a 17. I'm thinking 17's a miss.
That is a miss.
Disadvantage on the attack roll against Kala. That is a 7. And a natural 20. So 7. I'm assuming that does not hit Kala.
Yay.
Oh, that's right. Hit the disadvantage.
Does not.
All right.
Goodness for that.
Bert, you're up.
And Zafrina's still up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so.
She is.
I'm going to sneak attack C with my rapier.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make your attack roll. You have unseen attacker advantage.
Don't forget to add your +6. FD6, I mean.
Okay. Oh. I'm assuming a 27 hits.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That's 7 damage.
As your blade strikes into its back, it lets out this kind of weird double howl of pain and collapses on the floor, its skin starting to liquefy and puddle around it.
16. 1 second. I think I'm just gonna stay put and hide.
Alright, go ahead and make another hide roll.
A cunning action, I guess I should say.
Yep.
That's 27.
27? Okay, there's no chance they're going to see you then. Y'all saw Bert move out of the shadows, just shank the thing that started to melt, and then vanish.
What was the
Sound good.
what was the total damage that liquefied him?
What was your total damage roll there, Bert?
7. This turn, I don't remember what it was last turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, Kala, you're up. Unless Bert has any movement he wants to take.
No, I'm staying put.
Make sure I'm thinking right here. And then I think what she's going to do is there's enough of them here that she doesn't want the group to get overwhelmed. So she's going to do a minor illusion on at the top of the stairs by the other two to be like a person that looks kind of armed and dangerous and wearing like a dock official uniform.
Okay, like
They won't move or anything. They'll just be standing at the top of
Like
the
around
stairs
here?
between those two. Yeah.
Okay.
I-
That cough came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's action. I think bonus action. She's going to go ahead and renew the bless. Just kind of absently hit a chord. I mean, renew the bonus to the bless. Just absently hit a chord to the side that will pulse a brief glow and reinforce the existing connection. She's probably staying where she's at currently.
Okay. And then it is going to be Buttons' turn, if that's everything on Kala.
Uh-huh.
Alright, Buttons, you're up.
Just to walk things back for a bit.
Mhm.
Did they attacked first, right? Just wanted to make sure, because that was the impression I had gotten.
They definitely presented with aggression as Sabrina approached.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right then. Just wondering what happened to the crew, if these aren't in fact the crew. And yeah, I will. How bad does A look?
Without a medicine check, you can't be sure, but it definitely looks bloody.
Okay. You know what? Which one was the one that hit me with the crossbow? Was that E?
E.
So I'm going to move over here, get my back to the edge of the ship. Shoot, how high is E above me, actually?
It is about 5 feet above your current level.
Okay, so scratch that. Can I move up these... Oh, that's the stairs down there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
These stairs go down. These stairs go up.
Right. Shit, which means if I want to try to get to E, then I'm going to be taking attack of opportunities from quite a few of them.
Plus, there's a person standing up at the top of the stairway that you don't remember being there a few seconds ago.
Oh, right. They're friendly or not? Because I didn't notice.
They're not moving.
True, but it's combat. I don't have the time to make that assessment.
Like, they're just kind of standing there stock still, like they've been frozen in place.
There's a weapon out, though.
Yeah, they're definitely armed.
Fair. So yeah, I'm going to... Sabrina looks worse off than I do, I'm sure. I'm going to... What's up her actions again, though? Right, I'm just going to hit A.
Okay.
Punch, punch.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Single punch. If we're going
Don't
to make a
forget
habit
the
of this, we really
D6.
should... Oh. I will add the D6. Well, it's a 17. Plus D6 with advantage, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 21 or... 21 or a lot less. That would have been a 1. So 21. Does the 21 hit?
That'll hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage is 10 thunder damage.
10 thunder damage. As your fist strikes it, its body kind of goes limp as it collapses on the ground, and its flesh starts to kind of slough off of its body.
And as a bonus action, I will... you know what? They're going to... Shoot, I don't have the initiative tracker. I have a visible initiative tracker. I'm trying to remember, did Sabrina get to act before the enemies did?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Sanctuary is not the... Oh, you know what? So I will use my reaction to ready Sanctuary to cast on Sabrina after her action. Does that work?
That would take an action to do.
Not a bonus action.
Yeah.
Dang it. So never mind. I will use my bonus action to command Kettle.
Okay.
I'm taking Healing Word instead of Cure Wounds. Okay, so commanding Kettle to attack E, and then fly below the level of the ship for cover.
Alrighty.
So beyond this action, Kettle fires a bolt of force with a 12.
That will not hit.
Okay.
As
and then
go ahead.
And then the homunculus kind of hovers down for cover.
As the bolt of force strikes the railing, it kind of and turns its head towards Kettle.
Flappity, 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 run!
So it's dropping down below ship line.
Yes. Try to
Okay.
break their line of sight so they can't get a shot off at it.
All right. Anything else on Button's turn?
Can I call out to Zabrina and ask if it's alright if I block the stairs?
Sure.
Zabrina, do you mind if I move up next to you there, dear?
Absolutely. Come on.
Alright. So, boop.
All right.
And that's the end of Buttons' turn.
Vincner, you're up. You can no longer easily see Buttons or Zaprina due to where they've moved onto the battlefield.
Oh goodness, Carla. If you don't want to come with, you should let go of the rope. And Spencer starts
It'll
to
stretch. It'll only be like 15 feet.
Spencer is moving to about here
Alrighty.
to take stock of the kind of what's going on in the battle from here.
Okay. As you move past where the body had dropped, you notice some of the liquefied flesh is dripping down into the cargo hold below. Additionally, having taken the time to look around, you see a kind of figure in a white robe with a bell of silver across their face, watching y'all from the stairway down under the foredeck. It's vaguely humanoid, a little bit larger than Zaprina.
Wow, that's big.
This is the spot on the top of the stairs. Essentially, how do I do, like here-ish?
You would see it in this region.
Oh, okay. So it's a different
Yes.
person.
Deck. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It looks like there's something different. Some other kind of person, very large person down here, down the steps of this deck. Venture's going to continue to take the dodge action. Just let me know if somebody needs help. And he's still holding the kala balloon and kind of playing his little rhythm on his tan. It comforts him also.
It's definitely a soothing action. Zaprina, as your turn comes... Oh, wait, hold on. Vencer, is that everything on your turn? Sorry.
Yep, that's it.
Zaprina, as your turn starts to come up, that cold wind blows again. Ice crystals start to formant in the air around you. You can see it forming on the mast as well, as the ambient moisture starts to freeze.
Okay. She probably, she wouldn't have, she's so focused now in the battle, in the moment of her adrenaline, she's probably not, she wouldn't change her action that she was about to do, so she's just gonna shrug it off. She now, like I said, is full of adrenaline, and you see her little, owl tattoo kind of pulsating. She will use the cantrip Booming Blade to ignite this kind of, it looks like lightning all around her longsword, and she's going to take a swipe at D.
Alrighty.
And let's see. Let me get my build here. So yeah, what's the +5? And 17 + 5 is a 22 before anything else I could add to it. So
That'll definitely hit.
yeah. So they'll take, let's see, 1d8 + 3. 6 plus 9 damage, and if that creature hasn't died and moves later, they're going to take more damage.
All right. As you strike it with your blade, the eldritch energy courses along its body. It kind of makes this gargled sound as the fire joins the burn that it's already suffered, as it collapses in just a heap of smoldering flesh.
Nice. That's what she likes. And she'll action surge and do the same thing on B.
All right, yeah, that'll definitely work.
And let's see. Oof, that's so low. 3 plus 8. But I still have.
You have the D6 from Bless, and then you have
Yeah.
the Bardic Inspiration from Vincer.
Yeah, so 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 3 is an 11. Let's see what we get with the last thing. 15.
15, exactly
Yep.
what you needed. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. Okay, and so that will be the 1d8 plus 3. 5 damage, and then if they willingly move 5 feet or more after taking it, they're going to take a 1d8 thunder damage.
Alrighty.
And then as a bonus action, she will use a second wind to regain some hit points.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
So 1d10 plus 3. So nice. 9 plus 3 is 12.
That'll
Good.
definitely shore you up.
Yeah. Almost. I'm almost up to my full, so that's good. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that.
And then, so that's her bonus. So movement-wise, is this area that Vinzer is standing on? It's not elevated at all. It's just like a lattice.
It's a
but
lattice
not
that
elevated.
it has a separation in the middle. It looks like it can be opened up to retrieve stuff from the cargo hold.
Okay. So to try to maybe get a little distance from B, because I didn't actually kill him, I'm going to just move back just a little bit, so to get a better position. She'll move like right here.
All right.
And then at this point, can she see down the stairs also?
Yeah.
Wasn't it
You see the white-robed
like
figure.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
As you move away, it will B will make an opportunity attack against you, though,
Okay.
with its
Yep, that's
Morning Star. That is a 20 to hit
That will hit.
for minimum 3 damage, piercing.
All right.
All right, everything on your turn done.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. B is up. It sees no one in its immediate range. It shifts the Morning Star to its offhand, and one of its extra limbs grabs a spear from next to it. And it turns, and I'm going to roll a die to see who it will take the attack against. Zaprina's got a pretty good chance because she's heard it a lot. Yep, Zaprina, as it hucks the spear at Zaprina as a ranged weapon attack. That is definitely going to miss with an 11 as the spear just kind of clatters to the ground next to you. And it takes the Morning Star back in its main hand and smashes it on the shield to kind of like bang its shield, but that's all it can do. Let's see. E sees a figure coming up, moves to the edge. Let's see here now. I'm going to make a perception check with it just to see if it would notice where Kettle was. I'm going to say no. Season Kala, so we'll take a pot shot at her with its crossbow for a 12. That'll miss. It will then turn and fire its crossbow at the figure that appeared on the stairs. That is a 14 that hits the illusion and shoots through it. But it.
What a confusion food.
Does
Does
it
it
hit
hit its
F?
friend?
If it had been one higher, it would have. It bounces off of its friend's shoulder, but does no serious damage. And then it turns and
And I'm assuming illusion's gone now, so I hit erase.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay.
because it saw the illusion, it saw the crossbow bolt go through the illusion, and its friend definitely is aware that the crossbow bolt went through the illusion. Sees Buttons approaching and is going to take its final shot at Buttons. With a 15, that does not hit, I'm assuming.
But still rude.
Alright. F has, I think he has 3 people in range. Yep, it is going to fire a volley at Buttons, Zafrina, and Vincner. So that is 18 for Buttons.
Believe that will just hit.
Alright. Doing 8 damage.
Nasty Buttons is not good.
23 for Zafrina.
Yeah, definitely is.
One shy of a crit. For 7 piercing. And from the angle, Vincner, you have, I would say you have half cover at least, due to the mast.
Well, it's also got disadvantage since I have dodge up.
Yep. So it's probably not going to hit. That is a natural 1. I'm not even going to bother rolling the second one. There's no way it could hit. As Buttons, you see there is a crack and a twang, and there is a crossbow bolt in the mast above your head.
See, she takes a bolt in the shoulder, and then just twang, and her ears just kind of like reflexively go like, wah!
Oh.
All right, Bert, you're up.
Also, ow.
I think I'm going to attack E with Psychic Blade.
Okay. Range attack. You have the unseen
Good.
attacker advantage.
Okay.
And I do believe that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you're in range.
15.
That'll hit.
Okay. Okay, that's 10 damage.
Alrighty. You have unseen attacker advantage. You're applying your sneak attack to these, right?
Shit.
It's been a
Thank
bit
you,
since-
DM.
Yeah, sorry. It's been a while.
No worries. It's like, he's rolling really bad for a rogue. It's like, oh wait, I'm only seeing single rolls here.
Okay. 2d6. Okay. So that's actually a 22 damage.
Okay.
Better. That's better.
Slightly better, yeah. As the psychic blades tear through its body, it collapses onto the deck. One of its arms hanging off the side. You hear the kind of wet plip, 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 sound of its liquid flesh dripping off the side of the boat.
I do hope that isn't. Dear.
I
Anything else on
think
Bert's turn?
I'm going to actually just attack B.
You can attack with a bonus action as a...
With my psychic blades.
Oh, right, yes, you can make 2 attack, right. Sorry. Been a
That's
while.
a crit.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Nice.
that's 11 damage
Alrighty.
to B.
Liquefy.
To B as it falls to the ground with a kind of like a wet slothing sound and a burble as its flesh kind of starts to roil away from it.
Then, if I move to here, am I out? What's like the angle of the crossbow bolt? Am I still like?
Let's see here now. You would probably have half cover from the railing more than from the mast, but you're also
elevation.
the elevation. You would be just within its range, and that would put you just outside its normal range.
I'll be there.
Okay. Kala, you're up.
Did they say anything about the woman? I think they did, right?
They said there's someone else here, but that's about it.
Okay.
I think they did say where they were.
Venser described down into the hold, or the steps down.
So good eye, Vincer.
Okay, I'm going to go a little closer so I can tell if they're actively casting or do anything bad with the group, and Paula will
Well, I'm real quick. I have a question. Are you trying to do anything more than just notice them?
she's trying to keep an eye for if the group gets attacked by them.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
I'll go ahead with doing crossbow on that one.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit,
That'll hit all right.
but only 4 damage.
Okay.
And then,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, like keeping an eye on the woman. You think? She seems to just be standing there and observing.
And how bad do Buttons and Zafrina look right now?
Buttons is looking pretty rough.
I would say they both look like they have taken some damage.
I would like to note there are at least 2 crossbow bolts just sticking out of Buttons.
Yes, but we're supposed to minimize the out of character information.
I'm going to go ahead and move forward a little bit more to be close to Zafrina. And I'll do healing word on Buttons,
All right.
which is 6.
Nice. Double digits, right?
Double digits. I didn't say how much health she has. I just said she has crossbow bolts sticking out.
You're
of her.
fine. No one's in trouble. I was just like,
Yeah, he's just reminding that we're not supposed to be super specific about that.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
That's all for me.
Okay, Buttons. You feel slightly more alive.
But all bless is back to D4.
I'll take that. So, I'm going to leave Kettle where Kettle is. So the only actual... So I can't see the one below decks. All I can see is F.
I mean, you can see there's a figure standing there, but they haven't displayed any hostility. They just seem to be observing y'all.
So as a bonus action, do what I should have done at the start of combat and use Defensive Field. Which gives Buttons 3 temporary hit points, which is more than nothing. It's 3, not 4.
They'll be forced to.
3, I hit enter and it went to 4. So yeah, Buttons just kind of fiddles with something at her belt and a kind of semi... it's almost like a kind of Dust Devil effect. It doesn't look like there's something just in front of her. It's just there's a little distortion around her in the air. And yeah, there's something being pumped from this tank of orange liquid on her back around the rest of the suit. And she is going to hop up the steps. I mean, not literally hop, but...
She could.
Use my bonus action. And she is going to... Back with it. Go with what works. Thunder Gauntlets.
Alrighty.
Do wish you would just be polite. Smack. With a... Not a good roll.
Oof.
She still has Bless.
Yep.
I think it's going to be enough to do it. Does a 13 hit?
Yes, because it is still wielding its crossbow. It hasn't brought its shield to bear.
Okay. Thank you for that bless. It's going to be 9 thunder damage.
Okay. As the fist strikes, there is just a obliviation of matter around the fist, a explosion of just like that thick, wet flesh that scatters everywhere as the creature collapses to its knee and then just gushes as it falls forward.
Oh, I do hope that doesn't leave a stain.
There's a long, quiet moment. You notice the ice forming more over things. That cold wind is constant now, blowing from the mountaintops. A voice like silver bells being struck with brass echoes from the hold below. So are the ones that they will sacrifice to slow us down, to buy her time, or souls. As this tall, like maybe close to 8 foot tall figure, in silvery white robes with a veil over their face emerges from the hole, ducking under the railing to keep from scraping their heads. Her hand kind of moves off to the side, and there's no magic words or serious arcane gestures of somatic components. There's just a twitch of their hand, and you can feel a sudden burst of will roiling across the deck like a tide as that liquefied flesh wells up and mounds together in a conglomeration of eyes and teeth and fingernails and soft like gibbering noise starts to issue forth from them. As we move into phase 2, and I need everyone to re-roll initiative.
Dear. Oh, dear, 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 dear.
Oh shoot, my new one's a 5. I think I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that because I have something I want to do. So
Okay.
Do I have bless on this?
Yes.
My
bless
new is a
surrender.
23.
23.
my new one's only a 10 with inspiration used. So, but
20.
it's higher than a 5.
25.
Yeah.
22.
And
So I rolled a 7, but I'm also gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
okay.
Garbage. That's much better. A 19.
Nice. And
At least yours improved.
oh, they had a good roll too. Oh, Kala, I'm sorry.
Oh well.
Buttons, you're up first.
There's 2 of those things?
Yes.
Alright.
Wait, so this
okay.
is so these are the goop has reformed into 2 larger creatures. Is this correct?
Yes.
And the veiled figure below deck is still below deck.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Hopefully I should be able to do this.
Well, real quick, Buttons, you have started your turn within 20 feet of one. Can I have you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
It's a frazzle. Okay. Does bless affect saving throws?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to matter much.
Oof.
How does a 5 do?
All right. So you turn to face the creature that was a dead creature a few seconds ago, and its writhing carapace of liquid flesh and odd wet sounds just kind of send your mind reeling. You can't take
Sure.
reactions until the start of your next turn.
I
Roll
was
me a-
going to ask if I could use my inspiration on the saving throw.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay.
Please do.
Oh, I should have just rolled a d20. Okay, that's better. That's a 15 plus. Do I re-roll the blessed die?
Yeah,
Or
you
keep the
can if you
same?
want. I'm a
15
kind and generous DM.
Uh,
Plus you
19.
hit. Yeah, I mean, plus you already hit the target number, so.
Okay.
You feel like your mind start to reel from the wrongness of this, but you kind of shake your head and force yourself back into the situation. You're good.
Right. I recommend retreat. And she's going to smack the one next to her with a thunder gauntlets.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Wow, that's not good.
That'll hit.
9 plus. Oh, that hits?
It's a
Oh.
giant mound of flesh, teeth, and eyes.
There. So that deals 9 thunder damage. And then she is going to use a bonus action to cast Sanctuary on herself.
Okay.
Cast. Single spell slot. And she is going to move here.
All right. It'll make an opportunity attack as you leave its space.
It has to pass a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. That's a 17.
That works. Yeah.
All right. It'll make a bite attack. That is a natural 20.
That's a crit. Okay.
Yep. For, let's see, 16.
I will go ahead and can I reaction that one with silvery barbs?
I would say you probably should because it's going to be 39 damage otherwise.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, let's
lot.
let's have it re-roll that one with silvery barbs, and let's give Bert the or is Bert hidden right now? I can't see. him.
No, Bert's just kind of behind cover.
Okay,
you're high enough
let's
up.
give Bert the advantage to ensure that he can get a sneak attack.
Okay. Oh my god. I rolled another nat 20. Hold on. I have
You
to.
gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm grabbing the
It-
game log
It
too.
happens. Sheesh.
I'm grabbing the game
It's
log.
making up for the really poor rolls at the very beginning. This is, this is what happens.
Because that is just... Oh my lord. But I'm going to have to re-roll the damage. Because that's only fair. They only have a +2 to hit, so that 22 means it rolled a 20. Okay. So maybe, let's hope for minimum for you. Okay, so that's 20 on the first. And then the second roll is 18, so 38. 1 point less.
As a reaction, I would like to die.
Aw.
Oh,
Sheesh.
So Buttons, as you start to move, I would say you probably got to about here-ish
It's
before
just collapsing on the
it
stairs.
just latches onto you with its teeth. You're at 0 hit points and are unconscious. But it did not do 50, so you did not die.
Sheesh.
All right.
There are worse last words than I recommend retreat.
Vincner, you're up.
I use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on Buttons.
Buttons, you went unconscious, so the spell you're wait, no, Sanctuary doesn't require concentration.
It does.
Oh, then Sanctuary has dropped.
I said I don't believe it does.
Oh, okay, then Sanctuary hasn't dropped.
Double checking. It does not.
Okay,
Yeah,
then you're fine.
It only ends if the warded creature does something hostile.
Okay, well, you've healed 6 points of damage thanks to Vincer.
Thank you.
So you come to, you're laying face down on the stairs. There is a amorphous pile of flesh behind you, and amorphous pile of flesh in front of you.
Wonderful. It still has disadvantage on any attacks against anyone other than me until its next turn.
Yep.
But, yeah, I it's no longer my turn. I can't move. It's still Vince's turn.
Oh, I forgot to do.
Yep.
It's fine.
Come on, what is going on here? Oh, I have to grab this. Vincer is going to put himself in between Buttons and this whatever it is, this horror, and take the dodge action.
Alrighty.
To say, I will protect you, Baby Buttons? Question mark.
It's a retreat. Oh, dear.
Alright, anything else on your turn then? Or is that it?
Nope. I've moved. I've used an action and a bonus action.
All right.
I'm good.
Bert, you're up.
How big is this thing?
They're
How tall
about 10 feet around. They're not very large, but they're spread out.
Oh, okay. But they're not tall.
Just kind of melty.
Yes.
they're goo.
Kinda, yeah.
They're kind of goo.
Okay, 1 second.
If you've ever played the Pokemon Go, it's the muck.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's like a flesh-colored muck.
It's like muck, but not
Yeah.
cute. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. A grotesque muck.
Yes.
Hyper-realistic muck.
I guess I'll move like kind of here,
Alright.
and then make sure I have this right. Sorry.
No reason to say sorry, you're fine.
Okay, actually.
So are you up on the railing, or are you just kind of crouched in the corner back there?
Kind of crouched in the corner. I figured hopefully there's enough space because I'm small. So basically what I'm trying to do is get an angle on him.
Oh, yeah,
Creature, I shouldn't assume gender, that's
Them.
away from the mast.
you can get an
Yeah.
angle on them, yeah.
And then, that's gonna be a Psychic Blade attack against B.
Okay. That'll hit.
14.
Did you have
Unfortunately,
advantage from
Oh,
yeah.
silvery
okay.
barbs?
okay. 15 again.
That's fine.
So,
These things aren't hard to hit.
It just ensures your sneak attack.
Yes.
Is why I'm pointing it out.
Oh, good point. Okay, so
Because
instead
you
of
weren't
8,
attacking
it
from
is-
hiding, so.
So that's 8. 13 damage total to B.
Okay.
Be a 28.
You said 28 for the hide?
Yes.
Alright. Zaprina, you're up. But you are within 20 feet, and I need to make a note for myself. Could you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. Is this magical at
At
all? Magic or spell?
No, it's just a part of its nature.
Okay. I was like, because
D4.
otherwise I have advantage if it's a spell or magical.
D4 of Bless is still in effect.
Okay.
Goodness
So you
for that.
said wisdom saving. So let's see. 18 minus my 1 is a 17 plus the bless.
You're fine.
2.
Okay, you're good to go then.
Okay. All right. I don't want to get any closer. So let's see. The damage is 100. I got to be within 20 feet. So right now I'm like 15 feet, huh? All right. Good to know. I will use a firebolt at B.
Alrighty.
So within 120 feet, we'll all a little like ball of fire generates in my hand, and I'll throw it at them.
Kala's
Alright.
eyes
So
go
that
wide
prevents
seeing
that.
that.
Huh?
I said Kala's eyes go wide seeing
Oh.
that.
Yeah. So that's an 18 to hit,
That'll hit.
and I'll take 1d10 of damage. 9.
Nice.
And then I will, for my movement, I'm going to step back so that I'm out of, well, I guess let's see, 5, 10, 15. I'd have to step back to a couple. Let's see, where can I pivot here? Nah, you know what? I'll stay here. I'll take it if I have to take it. So I'm done.
Okay. It is the first one's turn. It kind of bubbles and rolls its way up to the railing. It's kind of cavernous mallet sound for a second before a kind of glob of blackish green ooze launches from its mouth, landing right. Hold on. Where's my marker tool? There we are. Right here. I need Buttons, Vincner, and Zaprina to make dexterity saving throws.
But with the D4.
As the
Not for
blob
me.
explodes in a blinding flash of light.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
It's an area effect.
Yep.
What's
All
the
right.
saving throw?
So 5.
4d4.
Is 6.
Sorry, which saving throw?
Oh, dexterity.
Okay.
I only got a 7.
7. Zaprina, you're blinded.
plus 22 total.
Okay. Vincent and Buttons, you manage to shield your eyes, but Zaprina, you get blinded by the light. Sorry. Let's see here. That in is going to go. I need to use the hand select tool. Just over here and get ready to start nomming. B's turn. It's A uses the blinding spittle, so it is, but it doesn't have either of its targets nearby that are blinded, so it's just going to mindlessly attack because it is not smart. It is literally anti-smart. All right. Odds, Buttons, evens, Vincner, even though one of them is obviously the better target. Odds, Buttons. All right, Buttons. You are still prone from being unconscious, so it has advantage on its attack rolls against you since it's in melee range, okay?
It does have to make a wisdom save.
Yep. It fails that wisdom save.
It cannot attack me, I believe.
All right. It's still stupid. It's going to keep trying and just failing. It literally has 3 intelligence.
It does have the option of choosing a new target.
It is not smart enough to understand that.
Okay.
Don't help it. Don't help it.
I'm being very mean to it, but I'm being very literal when I say this thing is dumber than Grog.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh, poor Grog.
All right, Kala, you're up.
Well, this is going to get a little rough as effects fade. Might not hit quite as hard, but, well, can't let them be sacrifices for time without making their own sacrifices, of course. And she's going to cast Wall of Thorns on. See if I can. Why is it not drawing? Paint, maybe? There we go.
Yeah.
Want to do a 20-foot circle that. It's kind of like. Okay, it's 5 foot thick, so okay, draw's not going to work. Let me use erase and let me go back to paintbrush. So basically, it's a 5 foot thick circle, and I'm trying to do something like that so it can hit her and be through this without getting buttons.
Okay. I think
So-
I understand. Okay, I get you.
So basically, tough, pliable, tangled brush bristling with needle sharp thorns. It's 5 feet thick. When it appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they take 78 piercing damage. And this is from the harp, which you see glowing as it's strummed.
Okay, so A makes its dexterity save with a -1 for a 10. How much damage does it take?
25 is full damage.
Good God.
It's a good It's a good instrument / weapon.
And let's see here. Noted as the wood of the ship just kind of shifts and creaks a little before thorns and vines and just a tangle of plant matter erupt out of it, ripping through the creature.
It's a blocks line of sight,
Mhm.
and they can move through it, but it's 4 to 1 on movement, and the effect happens again if they enter or in their turn there.
Okay. Anything
And
else
that
on there?
I think that's all for her turn. She's going to, because she knows she's concentrating on a spell, move back a couple steps so that she's a little further from some of the effects.
Alrighty. Buttons, you are prone, semi-conscious, and there is a big pile of thorn bush next to you now.
Right. Does that mean it's my turn?
Yes.
So I'll spend half of my movement getting up from prone.
Okay.
Venza, I did recommend retreat. Oh shoot, I must note, starting my turn within.
Yep. Go ahead
20
and
feet
make
of both
a
of them.
wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom saving throw. D4.
No D4 for bless.
Yep. Bless is faded.
No D4 for bless? Okay, so just a 14 then.
Yep. All right. You're fine.
Yeah, Buttons will spend half her movement getting up. Dang it. Vince, I did recommend retreat. We do so?
We shall see.
She's just kind of still has sanctuary up.
Yep.
So I'm going to assuming asking Kettle to attack counts as a hostile action as well.
Yes.
I am going to cast Cure. The amount of damage they're doing if they hit, it doesn't really matter if I'm at full or not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I am going to rabbit hop.
Okay. I don't believe they get attack of opportunities on your rabbit hop, so.
That is, I can jump 10 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity.
All right. Where are you jumping to?
So going to jump directly to
5'10". All right. I'll allow that. And you kind of like grab the mast and swing yourself around it as you drop down to the ground.
Alright. And I'm going to... The problem is I can't go to retreat if people aren't retreating. So yeah, that's action, bonus action. I could move.
I would recommend moving.
Yeah, I'm going to
20
withdraw
feet.
to here. That's another 10 feet of movement.
Alrighty.
And that's my turn.
All right. Venster, you're up. Buttons like popped up, jumped, and then ran.
Venser withdraws straight back 20 feet and kind of is using the brambles as cover.
All right.
And
Go ahead.
that's it.
Okay. Did you take the disengage action or dodge?
Yeah, I took withdrawal, which I guess is called disengage.
Disengage, same difference. Yeah. All right. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, they can't make opportunity attacks against you then. I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn, though.
Not good. That would be a 5 total.
Do me a favor and just roll a d8.
7.
7? Yeah. All right. Make an attack roll against Buttons, please.
Has to pass a wisdom saving throw.
Well, before that, so Venser's been unarmed this whole time.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make an unarmed strike?
Yep.
Okay.
Slap. What does
So
the hand
first-
say to the face?
So first the wisdom saving throw for Buttons,
Sanctuary,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first the wisdom, so that would
Just to
be,
slap
I
buttons,
guess.
that'd be really impressive.
Yeah. I guess that's an 18.
All right, that'll definitely
Passes.
bypass the sanctuary. So go ahead and make your unarmed attack roll
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
I'm sorry, that was a wisdom save. Was that a wisdom save?
Yep.
Yes.
To bypass? Okay, that's not an 18. That is a 15.
Buttons, what's your DC? 15?
14.
14? Yeah. Go ahead and make that attack
Okay.
roll. Slap that bunny.
That bunny gets slapped for 24 to hit.
All right.
With disadvantage?
Bonk.
Oh, with disadvantage. Hold on a second. That would be a 21 with disadvantage.
What kind stand-up punching machine are you?
A monk.
And that is a 1d4 attack, if I understand correctly.
That would be 6 damage.
6 damage?
Yeah.
She goes down again.
I'll see. Vincner, run
Knock her
away
in the
from
face.
tactically withdraw and then stop as he gets next to Buttons. His eyes kind of get a little glazed. He turns and just backhands Buttons, and Buttons drops like a sack of carrots.
I need some better armor. Sheesh.
Oh my god, I love D&D so much.
Did I do that?
Bert, you're up.
If I could talk without giving away my location. Yeah, do that, except to those guys, not us. Okay. I think I'm going to attack A with Psychic Blades from Hidden.
Yep.
23.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14.
14.
Damage total, and then hide. It's going to be 24.
Alrighty.
And no movement.
Okay. Zaprina. You saw Vincner run over to Buttons, slap her, and Buttons drop.
I didn't see anything. I'm blinded.
Oh, right. No, you're blinded still. Everything is a bright white. You hear a resounding crack from behind you and the clatter of metal flopping.
You hear a crack, you hear Buttons down, and you're like, damn you, A! I shall avenge you, Buttons!
So in this situation, I am blinded. Is my familiar still have, like, his sight, though, or does that impact him?
You can still see through.
He can still see.
Because I assumed that he was continuing to hang out above y'all.
Yeah, he would have just been, like, fly, because he can't, he doesn't draw any type of attacks of opportunity or anything, just hanging out, so.
Yeah. But he also can't
since I'm blinded, I need to kind of rely on him to give me that information, so I guess we could assume Cornelius lets me know that something is happening behind me.
That rabbit just got smacked down.
Yeah. Oh no. So since she's blinded, she'll have to, I guess, Cornelius, point me in the direction of the closest blob to make sure I'm facing it.
Cornelius
and then I'll let another fire. Yeah. So I would do that. As the DM, you can tell me if I'm facing A or B, but. But I'll do another firebolt since I can't really, I don't know. You know what? With his guidance, do you think I could move forward to engage B, like within the 5 feet?
I could definitely see Cornelius going, take 10 steps forward, watch out for the mast on your right.
Okay. Like, just point me and then I'll run. So, I'll Booming Blade and I'll run up to B.
All right. I'm going to say you do have disadvantage on the attack roll still because you cannot actually see.
Okay. Well, then if I'm going to have the disadvantage, I think I'd rather take the firebolt from my current position then, because that's just 120 feet in a straight line. So as long as I'm facing them, then in the correct direction. We'll go with B. I assume that's the easiest to point me towards.
Yeah. You'll still have disadvantage on the attack because you're still not actually seeing the target. You're just being directed by Cornelius.
Oh. Okay. Oh man, I wish I didn't have that disadvantage. It'll be an 11 though, which
That'll
I think
hit.
still hits. Yeah.
Yeah, these things are not
So
hard
that
to
will
hit.
be, 1d10. The other, I had a 20. So that's why I was like,
Aw.
ooh, but I'm glad the other one, like. Okay, so for damage, that'll be 1d10, takes 6.
If there's anything I have learned from this combat is you will always roll another 20.
Well,
Sometimes much earlier than you expect.
sometimes twice in a row, apparently. But
Yep.
yeah, 6 damage on B. And then we'll, if I can, use Cornelius to kind of stagger backwards onto the plank here, since I'm trying to. There's too much commotion around me. I'm trying to
Perfectly fine.
move back.
All right. That's everything on your turn then?
Yeah, that's all I can do. Is the blinded effect like per turn, or is that going to be a chance where I potentially can roll out of it?
It wears off as you hit the gangplank.
Okay. Oh,
Because it's A's turn now.
okay.
And A cannot stay in that place because then A will take a lot of damage. It is going to have to kind of squeeze itself, though. Alright, Kala, real quick, remind me, it's as long as they leave it or anytime they move that they take damage?
So that is a little bit, in this case, hard to say. Okay, so what it says is, a creature can move through the wall, with, trading 4 for 1 on speed. Furthermore, the first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there, the creature must make the dexterity saving throw. I don't know if moving through it counts or not, so I
4 for
wasn't sure.
1?
4 for 1.
It can't move then, it only has 10 feet of movement.
Nice, locked down.
Yay.
It basically like squirms and like within the confines of the
It's cold.
thorns that have basically bound it into position. So it's going to have to end its turn there. So that is another dexterity save.
29 damage if it fails.
All right, dexterity. It has horrible dexterity. That's an 18.
Since my DC is 15, that should pass, so it should take 14 damage.
14 damage as it starts tearing itself apart within the brambles. Yeah, it can't get to anyone, and its blinding spell did not recharge. So, B will go 5, and then it kind of flows around the mast as like a fleshy puddle as it approaches y'all. It has a 5-foot reach, so it can't get to anyone. So it will use its own blinding spittle to... see. Yeah, it'll spit out a glob of greenish black gunk that lands here and flashes a bright light. I need Kettle, Vincner, and Zeprina to make dexterity saving throws. Buttons, you're blinded already because you're unconscious.
She is.
13.
13. Meet or beat. So you are not blinded by this flash. You saw the trick the first time and you blocked your eyes.
D16.
Plus 2 for Kettle.
Alright, you're good.
Kettle rolls a 6.
Kettle is blinded.
Oh no.
Oh no, the
Oh,
kettle. We must protect it.
Is Silver Lady's turn after theirs?
Yes.
Kettle has just been taking the dodge action every turn.
She kind of looks up at the sky and takes a few steps back under the decking entirely, vanishing from view.
So no known damage from the brambles.
It did not look like it was
Okay.
hurting her much. You notice ice is starting to form in thick sheets in the water now and cracking as it strikes the side of the boat. Kali, you're up.
Buttons. Just Buttons. I wanted to hug Zafrina. And she hugs Buttons and activates the harp special cure wounds.
Okay, that's a really good cure wounds.
For 26.
Okay.
Holy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Buttons is suddenly back up.
Well, Buttons is suddenly back awake. You're suddenly very aware.
There's a very grumpy looking Kala standing by you, and then she kind of just floats here and up, kind of keeping an eye where she has a good angle on the downwards of the stairs, like trying to keep in an angle view of that. So that is action. I don't believe I have any bonus action that will pair with that though. And maintaining concentration on the thorns.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Buttons, from your position of laying on your back, you are uniquely situated to view the unimaginable size of the silver dragon that has appeared at the edge of the horizon. Everyone else has been a little focused on what's going on, but since you're laying here and looking up, you can see, even at the distance, that its wingspan is easily 300 feet. Its whole body
Wow.
glistening with silvery ice that is just rhyming the air and the currents behind it. Floating icicles the size of glaciers course along its length, the length of its wings, as its massive body heads in y'all's direction.
Dragon, dragon, dragon! And she's going to scramble up to her feet. And so, question. Homunculus is supposed to take its turn immediately after the artificers.
Yes.
So that doesn't mean, like, she can't have Kettle move and then cast a spell through Kettle.
No. Not without using a reaction.
Hang on a second. Oh, dang it. For some reason, my scroll wheel is not working.
Oh.
Scroll down.
Can't you willingly delay your action to somebody else's action that would come after you?
You can take the ready action, which is basically you spend your action getting ready to do something at a specific trigger, and then when that trigger happens, you expend your reaction to do it.
That seems less than optimal. Okay, so Buttons is going to stand, and spell.
Could you move your mic a little bit closer for me?
I am reading the description of a spell.
No worries. What's the spell?
I just wouldn't do what I wanted to.
That's a rough spell.
Yeah, well, I was looking at Thunder Wave. First off, I am getting up within 20 feet of one of these critters.
Yep, make your wisdom save.
Why can I not scroll up and down? What the heck? 12.
12, you're fine.
Okay.
Is it a
I
20-foot range?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be in that next time then, I guess.
Okay, I still have Sanctuary up.
Well, you're floating up, Kala.
Yeah, that's true. Did say I was going up, like...
Dodge action. Because why not? And dragon, everyone, dragon. There's a dragon, large dragon. So that's action. Bonus action I will use. Defensive field. So some more Venser. So you don't want to get punched again. And you know what? On Kettle's turn, Kettle is just going to fly up and to within touching range of Sabrina.
Okay.
So still in the same space, just more vertical.
Okay. That's totally doable.
And
Can we
that's
go-
my turn.
Can we go ahead and take a break though? Because we've been
Fine
kind of
with
a
that.
real short one.
Eisen.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back as soon as possible to finish this up and get a little role playing in today. Thanks for tuning in for Briar Garden, and we'll be back shortly.
Welcome to the rabbit punching show.
Yes, with the rabbit punching and rabbit punching.
They can see us, they can hear me, so I guess we're technically back live finishing this combat.
Woo, woo.
Off center. Dang it.
Aren't we all a little off-center, Meryl?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Anyway, Vincner, you're up.
Am I in my right mind?
Yes. Actually, hold on, wait, no. Roll me a wisdom.
That is a 16 or 17.
Yeah, you're fine.
Do I remember what I did?
Oh,
like,
yes,
did
no.
I have my mind even though I wasn't compelled to?
Yeah,
To
no,
stop
100%. You remember you did it, you just don't know why you did it.
Buttons. I'm sorry. I don't know why that happened.
Quite all right, I'm sure. Quite all right. These things are. They have an effect on the mind, I think.
So I'm going to disengage. Well, I guess I'm not engaged, but I'll go ahead and move back to about here and notice the dragon, or look around for the dragon, and I'd like to maybe roll to understand whether or not like what the nature of a silvery dragon might be, like maybe a history check or a nature check or something like that.
Make a nature check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nice.
But 22.
You haven't had specific experience with dragons in a lot of cases. You do know that the basic information, they tend to be very powerful creatures. The metallic ones tend to be nicer than the chromatic ones, though that's not a hard and fast rule. You know they are large, but this one is massively larger than any you've ever seen or read about. There is definitely something more to it. It is like the dragon to dragons. Oh, and it also seems to be moving at roughly 68 miles per hour.
Recognizing all this, I'm gonna I kind of regard the group and I say, that is an exceptionally large dragon. But it appears to be silvery, so perhaps not going to kill us directly. Should we behave ourselves? I think we shouldn't be afraid, but we should be cautious. Let's try to clean this up quickly, and it'll be here very shortly. And that's the
Clean up,
end of
fight the
Venser's
stuff.
turn.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that ends Venser's turn.
All right, Bert, you're up.
Okay.
Is it Bert?
Do I have to make another stealth check to move, or do I keep my
You can-
previous one?
So, you can keep your stealth, but you can only move at half your normal rate if you're keeping your stealth.
That's fine. For the sake of argument, I'm gonna edge to there so that line of sight isn't. You can't see my cursor. I'm not trying to fire through a mast
Makes
to
sense.
hit B.
It's puddled around the mast.
Yep. So I will believe I have advantage on this.
Mhm.
So that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, it's a plus 18 damage.
All right. They are both looking in pretty rough shape.
Okay, and basically, I think basically gonna move here and hide. Cunning
Okay.
action. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead and make your hide check.
That's gonna be 20.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
All right, Zeprina, you're up.
Zephrina will firebolt again at B.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Ugh, a 7.
Nope, sorry. You have inspiration or
and she'll
anything?
take. Nope. Not unless something was up. I think all the things were up. And then she'll take. She'll use movement to take. A few feet back to try to stay out
Alrighty.
of their range for the most part.
A is up. Its spittle does not recharge. It still cannot move, so it is just shredded by the thing because it only had 5 hit points left. And
Nice.
I don't think I do. If I'm remembering correctly, Kali, your minimum roll is at least 6, right?
Minimum roll is 7.
Yeah, so it has no hope.
Just tears itself to pieces.
Yeah, trying to get out of the vines. The other one, however, can move, and its globule does recharge. So it's going to go 5, 10. Oh, now that is a conundrum. It's not smart. It's just going to go for the bite. Oh, we can do both. Multi-attack.
I believe Sanctuary is still up.
Yep. That is a 4. So it tries to bite buttons and fails, and then it hawks a loogie right in this region. So I need everyone within 5 feet of this square to make a dexterity saving throw.
20. No, sorry, 18.
You're fine?
16.
You're fine?
Second. Dang it. Cannot scroll still for some reason.
Are you sure it's not a window focus issue?
It's possible. 19 for buttons and 21 for kettle.
All right. Yep.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
All right.
That's ironic coming from you, but okay.
All right, Kali, even if you were hovering up above ground, it is definitely within 20 feet of you now. Could you
Okay.
please make me a wisdom saving throw?
12.
12, you're fine.
So you said they're not very tall,
No.
and it's probably not the gunk of more than 3 people, and some of them had already partially drained below deck. So what does this weigh, apparent? Like, if I had to guess.
Make just an intelligence check for him.
Because I'm thinking non-natural 20.
Okay. It's probably in the neighborhood of 200 to 300 pounds.
Okay, I am going to use the harp again because it's kind of at the point of we're using our resources on this. So I'm going to go with levitate. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
and the vines are gone.
That is a 6, and I don't know if I can remove vines. You may have to.
I will. So I'm going to hover over here instead at the dock, and it is now 20 feet up in the air.
Okay. It's kind of rolls into a ball as you lift it up.
God, I hope it isn't dripping.
It's dripping.
Yeah.
This does not make a very good flower pot, but I can hold it up here for a little bit. Can y'all hit it in the air? And as bonus action, I'm going to give Zephrina a bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Alright.
thank you.
I'm going to say it is effectively restrained at this point because it can't move. Alright.
That is cool.
The dragon that was in the distance is now much closer. The speed it's going, it's covering what would normally take y'all a day of travel in a matter of seconds. Buttons, you're up.
Does the dragon look friendly? I don't know.
It's a giant dragon covered in ice and surrounded by icicles the size of glaciers.
Yeah, and the other figure is still below decks?
You don't know where they've gone.
Okay.
They went below decks, and they have been out of your view ever since.
Alright, you know what? When in doubt, open fire. So, Buttons is going to use Firebolt.
It's about 20 feet above you, so yeah, go for it.
So yeah, it's basically the punch gauntlet kind of retracts on her arm, and another panel opens up, and a little just kind of nozzle-looking thing appears.
Oh, that
Shoots out a blast of fire at a 1. That's
Oh.
a total of 7.
Well, if it's counted as restrained,
You
does
have
that not? Yeah.
Restrained gives advantage on melee attacks.
Alas. But yeah, it's that. I'm gonna assume the firebolt just kind of misfires.
You just kind of and toast the sails a little.
Actually doesn't say melee for restrained.
Really? Okay, then go ahead and roll the advantage roll.
Oh, I was going to make an ex-wife joke from Iron Man 2. That is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit then.
So it just kind of 9 fire damage.
All right. That definitely hurts. It's starting to look really rough.
Bonus action, I will order Kettle to fly up to 30 feet away from it.
Okay.
It's geometry is hard. Kettle is flying up high enough that it can force bolt the creature. And bonus action, action on Kettle's turn rather. Sorry, bonus action to command. Then on Kettle's turn, which is immediately after mine because this system does not really know how to handle people acting simultaneously. Roll is 10 or 12 is the better roll.
All right.
Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So a grand total of a whopping 3 damage.
Okay.
I don't know if it can withstand that sort of force.
It kind of ripples as it absorbs the steam flash.
Behold, the unlimited power of alchemy. Pew.
All right. Anything else on Button's turn? Going to stay there?
It'll move back a step.
All right. Vincner, you're up.
I'll move 5 feet to this other area, and I'll pull out a dart and throw it at the creature.
I love it. Go ahead and make your attack roll with advantage.
It is a 22 to attack
That'll definitely hit.
for 8 damage.
All right. The thing looks kind of rough and drippy. It's like anything else on your turn?
That is disgusting. And he just sits there and looks upset at just the situation. Horrified.
All right, Bert, you're up.
You said it.
Okay. Going to hit it with a psychic blade.
All righty. Go ahead and make your attack roll. And it dies.
Yay!
Because it only had 1 HP left. As the
Nice.
blades tear through it, it starts to disintegrate in the holes of the spell, and there's like this kind of wet plopping sound as the hunks of liquefied flesh drop down onto the old wood.
Gross. But impressive, but gross.
There is a breath of fresh air, and then it's not fresh air, it's freezing air. It hurts your lungs to breathe it in, how cold it is.
Does would Zephyrina have any, like, maybe heard legends or stories, given that she's like kind of more fae than anything else and is adjacent to druids on her commune all the time? Would she have heard like fables or legends about this huge dragon?
Make a history check.
Okay. Let's see. History. 15.
There's legends of a protector of these lands. A silver dragon known as the Queen of Silver Ice, Enda las Ventorstormo,
Bless you.
is supposedly the name that she has been given, but she hasn't been seen for generations. And the description of her that you have heard from the oldest of druids was that of a dragon of frost and wrath, whose intent was to protect this land from those who would despoil it.
Okay. So, I mean, with that, I would, let the group know. I've heard talk of this dragon. It should be a protector, not an enemy,
Oh,
if the legends are true.
That's both good news and terrible news.
that's
Well, if we don't mean the land harm, we should be.
reassuring.
Yes, that's the good news. The terrible news is, but what is it mad at?
Well, who said it's just mad? Maybe it's just coming
Well,
because something's amiss.
they
there
were
was
Because
buying,
this is its vacation
weird-
home.
they were buying
Well,
time
it's
for
the
something.
Yeah, well, the crosswinds, right? You said, like, we're getting this frosty wind, which we assume is coming now from the dragon. but a weird, like really hot wind coming from the other direction, right?
Yeah, though there is that still storm sent from the sea. The wind from the dragon is completely obliterating all but the faintest of traces of that storm scent.
Yeah. Has anything changed with the crystalline kind of what did you call them, spheres or like diamonds or whatever in the sky?
They were more spires.
Spires.
And like as the fight winds down, you notice color starting to return to the sky as the veil of night resumes.
Okay. And would any of these legends or fables include like the dragon being controlled by somebody, like somebody cloaked in white under this deck? Or having like a...
The only thing the rumors that or the legends that you know of speak of as the dragon as a force of nature coming to obliterate blights upon the land, and then being gone almost as quickly as a storm ending.
We should probably investigate below the decks, though.
As Zephrina is relaying this information, the dragon soars overhead. The sound of it is just deafening. A heavy cacophony of flapping wings and roaring winds that you realize is its voice as it glides overhead, its jaw agape, angling towards the ship.
You might want to hold on to your familiar.
Yeah, Kettle is going to land.
All right. Anyone remaining on the ship, please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That will be...
Well,
Pretty sure I was
map anymore.
off, but
On
the
the
map
ship.
doesn't show it anymore.
Oh,
24.
On the ship, not the gangplank or anything like that.
Right. Pretty sure I was. There was just Bert. Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Let me check a damage roll.
So half of Ultra Dragon Dragonfire. Just kidding.
Still dead.
Okay. Let's see here now. What was your roll?
26.
Hey, that's exactly what you needed.
Woo!
So you only take half of 12d12.
Ugh.
Oh no.
I'm ready to not die anymore.
Some protector.
Huh, that's only 29.
I'm down.
As the dragon strafes across the sea, its mouth opens and just a torrential flame of frozen cold energy in a 300-foot cone engulf the ship, much of the bay, and the edge of the tower, just leaving the whole area caked in thick ice before it is gone as fast as it arrived.
My grandmother's ship. A bird. Is Bert just like frozen to the deck?
Bert is just frozen to the deck.
So, I mean, if it hasn't sunk, I'll go run up and
it hasn't sunk yet, but it's starting to go beneath.
I'm trying to retrieve Bert, basically.
Okay, you have a sharp object, yes? Make me just a strength check for trying to chip Bert off of the ice plane.
Sure. Oh, sorry, Bert. 7.
7?
That's with
Bert,
my +3. Yeah.
Bert, you take 1 failed death saving throw, but Zephrina pries you off of the frozen deck.
Okay, I'm going to send Kettle over and deliver a cure wounds through Kettle.
The ship is starting to and continuing to
Yeah,
sink rather
we're-
rapidly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll take a merciful leap if I need to make sure we get back on the.
It is definitely faster to do that than to run.
Yeah.
Okay, can I cast the cure?
Yes.
As
Zafrina, you land gracefully because you're not under you're under some stress, but you're not under a time crunch. On the deck with like the little tapping of hooves, because I find that adorable. And Kettle floats over and just gently starts steaming Bert.
5 healing on Bert. Minimum roll, sorry.
Bert, you're cold as hell. Your fur is not designed to retain heat.
But not dying.
I'm a very large, like, half animal creature, so I'll just like snuggle him to my bosom a little bit and rub him like he's like a little baby, trying to get the warmth back in him.
Warm up, Bert. Warm up.
How rapid is rapid?
How
as far as
rapid is
sinking
rapid?
goes?
In what case?
I'm trying to decide if buttons would be like, I can fix it, and just like make a leap for the.
It's going. It has several
it's just
large
gone.
icebergs ripping up the bottom of it. It would take a lot of effort to save it. If you
And
have
then
something you
we
want to
very
try,
much
you're
gone.
welcome to, though.
I mean, there is the cargo.
Cargo could be retrieved.
Not if it's salt.
I mean,
Salt
I guess
depends
wet
on how they
hell's
packed it. You know, ships are meant to have water in them. Like, not a lot of water, obviously, but sometimes the cargo is packed with that in mind. It doesn't necessarily mean that the salt will... Like, it could be in crates and stuff that you retrieve from the bottom. Like, it's not all lost.
And then the ship explodes.
Yeah.
Ow!
It is about the front end is starting to separate from the back end, though, as the water is like as y'all are looking and trying to figure out like how y'all can get what's in there. A kind of lanky-looking gentleman in hold on, let me pull his description. Thought I had his description open. Apparently, I did not. A lanky-looking gentleman with dirty blonde hair tied at the nape of his neck, holding a long spear with a silver medallion hanging from the cross point of it, approaches the group of y'all. I am Alexander Marshall, Constable of Port Glassbreaker. Can you tell me... And he gestures at the ship and then at the rapidly departing dragon that's heading towards the mountain range, and then just the general area.
Yeah, we may need to
kill me.
get a police report for this insurance claim.
There's bad animating flesh stuff, and I guess the dragon protector didn't like it because the ship brought stuff that was dangerous. But we kept him from getting on the deck.
Sure.
Yes, sure.
We
He
think.
just kind of... Is there an immediate threat?
We don't know.
My mother's going to kill
Maybe
me.
the magic caster might be swimming around somewhere right now. That animated all the flesh burbly stuff, like you saw. I lifted up, like that. Some people saw that for sure.
Okay, I will have a couple deputies ask people around. I need you to come to the...
Dragons often sink ships in your harbor.
No,
What sort of place is this?
Look, I don't know exactly what is happening.
What's happening is that my grandmother is going to kill me because a dragon just sunk her ship.
Ma'am, I need you to calm down.
Buttons is not coming down. It's not easily.
I appreciate whatever help you have done. Maybe we can work out a reward for y'all for it. But I need to know right now if people are in danger.
Not at this
Doesn't
exact
appear to be
moment,
that
but
way.
I wouldn't lower your guard just yet.
Sabrina, you poor
Do you
salt.
see someone about it? And Kala will fly up to show the 8 feet. Possibly wearing all white with the silver veil. It gives as good a description as she can. That would be a person of interest that may be harmful to the city.
Right. Well,
Aside from that, before we all, will the area be secure enough that Buttons can engage perhaps porters or other salvagers to help recover things later?
not tonight, I can tell you that. Tonight, I'm going to need y'all to disperse from the area, and I would appreciate it if y'all come to the headquarters tomorrow for a full deposition. If no one is in immediate danger, we need to secure the area and make sure that the injured, and he looks over at Bert, are tended to.
I'll tend to myself, thank you.
That
And
sounds
it
really
just
official.
kind of starts limping off towards. We officially decided to bunk with Sabrina, right? I forget. It's been.
Y'all didn't discuss it.
Well, we had talked about. I had basically said for sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's second room
okay.
can be rented to you. Like,
But
we didn't check with the proprietor.
I know Buttons had set the tavern keeper looking for someone other than that person, though, so I wasn't sure that's where that went. Okay.
Also, Buttons is going to pull out. Once Buttons calms down from just sputtering and being kind of useless, she's going to pull out the dragon vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Command it to fill with a potion of healing.
Mm-hmm.
And just hand it to Bert. Drink this, dear. You.
Bert's gonna lap it.
It tastes like fruit punch and chili powder.
Okay, so then
And it's
I'm gonna
healing
make
them.
sure like we're outside of them. I'm gonna be like, okay, so between you and me, I'm not going back to give a deposition.
And we that was the marshal.
Yes.
Suppose.
But I want to go
Okay,
back
so
they'll know if I'm a citizen, so I know if I'm supposed to pay taxes.
That technically was the constable. His name is Marshall.
It's Marshal Constable. Constable Marshall.
Yes.
Constable Lieutenant Marshal.
Yes.
Yes, I did that. I named Alexander Marshall the Constable of Port Glassbreaker.
Well, you know.
Look, we don't have to worry about that until tomorrow anyway, and maybe
Yes,
we can just
exactly.
send
We don't have to get out of here until tomorrow anyway, so.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about talking to anybody. I don't know about you, but I need a drink.
Yes. Buttons, you may need a lawyer.
I need to draft a letter.
And also, like, look at your insurance, because I know dragon attacks is not always covered, so
Yeah,
maybe read the fine print on that one.
So,
Question-
some of
question
y'all
for-
need to clean up.
Several of y'all are splattered with blood and liquid flesh.
Not me.
all over my
I stayed
armor.
in distance.
It's all over my armor. Oh no.
Venture starts casting prestidigitation and trying to clean everybody up.
It works, but it takes multiple casts.
It
Briar.
is much
Oh, yeah.
appreciated.
Yep.
I can't have you looking like that around me.
What's that supposed to mean?
So I
I mean,
need to draft.
we should present a very nice display. If
Okay.
we're going to be around each other.
Sure.
Kala gets out her hat and puts it on.
I need to draft a letter to my grandmother, and then I believe somebody mentioned a drink.
Yes,
I do believe
perhaps the
someone
warm
mentioned a drink.
fireplace.
Can I
Very
have
warm
the
fireplace.
group make a perception check?
Uh-oh.
Oh god, the
Also, yeah, Bert,
Natural
Oh god, the
one.
dragon's coming back. 16.
that was a
I
healing
help with the
potion, not by.
6.
I didn't
15.
roll it, but 8 on perception.
Okay.
It was,
Bert, Zephrina, you see off in the distance, farther up the way towards the. My brain just shut down on me on the name of my own building. Towards the Emerald Chalice, a weathered-looking Pauline with a red needle through his ear slip in through one of the side windows.
What was the Emerald Chalice again? That was the...
That's the gambling den.
The gambling. Okay, that's what I thought. What? Is that a friend of yours? I just like
Would
say
that
it to the
be
to,
a history
Bert.
check? Or
Sure.
would I know?
Make a history check.
As a player, I don't know. I don't know if my character would know. No. Never seen him in my life. Who are you? Who am I?
I mean, he looked familiar, but you only really got to look at the pin in his ear and the black cloak that he was wearing. And the leather harness.
Maybe somebody I know. I should probably drop in and see them.
Zephrina's just heading straight for the bar.
All right.
She needs liquid nourishment.
Queen's Cloud or
She's
Poor Magpie?
a little rough. The one we've been hanging out at.
Okay.
Yeah.
The that was louder than I meant for it.
Yeah.
Queen's Cloud Tavern is, while not deserted, far more subdued than it was earlier. As you enter, a number of people are already aghast and talking about what they saw with the dragon. The story is already being retold 2 or 3 times with exponentially larger dragon and more action. They turn to you as you enter, and there is a welcoming cheer and a round of applause.
Zephrina will take a bow. she walks in, she'll take the applause, and then go walk straight up to the bar.
Mira looks up from where she is kind of resting, keeping her eye out towards the window. She has what looks like a fairly well-made rifle of some sorts, though it has a glowing stone inserted where the round would be chambered, cocked and ready. She looks like, well, one second, I'm going to get you something hot to drink from after that. As she gets a cup and pours in something that is hot and foamy and giving off steam and pushes it forward. And here, we took I passed a bag around as, may have saved all our lives for all we know. And she sets a small bag down on the counter in front of you for you and your friends.
Oh. Thanks, love. Although we had the help of the dragon, it was a pretty sweet battle, though.
That was... I'm literally 140 years old. I've never seen anything like that.
Definitely hopefully once in a lifetime needed.
Don't need anything, help yourself to the table, whatever y'all want, it's on the house tonight. She clearly looks shaken and is keeping that firearm within easy reach of her.
Sure. I don't think you'll need that anymore tonight, but the one thing we didn't dispel or know what happened, there was a very, very tall humanoid. And so Zephrina will describe the 8-foot large, cannot miss them if you see them, could not be a threat still lurking. But the what are we calling the blob? Do they have a creature name, like officially?
They were based on
But the gibbering mouthers are the gibbering mouthers are dead. But keep an eye peeled for the 8-foot tall being.
Definitely, I'll do that. All right. Well, you have certainly earned your rest for the evening. I'll have some more food brought out for you in a bit too. Fairly sure there's going to be plenty of people wanting to ask you what's going on. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm a little shaken. Haven't seen anything like that ever. She kind of is trying to keep herself busy behind the bar, it seems.
Yeah.
Zephrina,
walk over.
I didn't get to give you a healing hug. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Something for you. I noticed you use the magic at the things. Here, in case she comes back, and she hands you a stick. That stick is the Wand of the War Mage +1.
Wand of the War Mage.
That's the one y'all got in the Feywild, right?
Yep.
It's described as a stick, but it's about 1.5 feet in length, with a leather thong at the end for looping through your wrists, and a kind of emerald pearl set at the tip.
Interesting. Well, I only know a little bit of magic. I wasn't born to it per se, so. But it's beautiful. Thank you.
Well, you point the stuff at the people, and I usually do things around the people, so it doesn't really work for me. But if that person comes back, then you can point it at them and go, zap? I'm not sure. No, wait, crackle.
Crackle. Good to know. What is it? What was the official name? Wand of what?
Wand of the War Mage. It's a +1 item.
War Mage. Okay. I'll take whatever food I've been provided and drink and head towards a table if there's one available for everybody to come sit at. Mira said she's bringing more food and drink, and it's on the house tonight.
It is a few slices of roasted meat, some stew, some bread with broiled cheese on top, and just a collection of other tavern goods, foods that, they were going to finish out for the night.
Yeah. Yeah. Zephrina's wrecked. She's just gonna eat, drink, try to relax some. She doesn't feel great, but she's not on the verge of passing out or anything. But she needs some rest.
Yeah. All right. Anything else y'all are doing?
Spencer looks very shaken and kind of just has a very pallid complexion and is very kind of quiet, just holding his hat, kind of around people. He's not actively eating or drinking or whatever. He looks kind of sick.
After about 5 minutes, Alina, Mira's daughter, comes out, still with her brand new face tattoo, and puts a round of hot drinks on the table. It smells like they had taken a homebrewed beer, really heated up a iron poker, and kind of ran it into the beer to caramelize the sugars as well as heat it up. For the most part, there are a few cups for tea and a hot pot of liquid, and a few little baubles of strainers with ready mixed teas in it, and even a small bottle of a wine that is marked as garnet wine.
After Zephrina's kind of like taken a few bites and some drinks, she'll peek inside the little bag that Mira handed her to see what's in it.
Inside the bag is, let's see here now, 5 gold pieces and 6 platinum pieces.
Wow. Okay. And I'll let the table know, like, they took up a collection for our troubles, and we have some extra coin.
Sure, that's lovely. Yeah, Buttons is like poring over what looks like it's going to be a letter, trying to explain what happened to the ship.
That is going to be.
And I'll while they're doing that, I'll slide a gold piece and a platinum to each of the party to divvy it up.
Vincner, sorry. While the coinage is being distributed, you see the half-elf that you recognize as having working at the general goods store come in and talk to Mira and gesture to the doorway.
The half elf that works at the general store?
Yeah, the one that runs it. Hold on, let me see if I gave you his name. Because you're one of the
Is this the grumpy bear?
Yeah, Averick.
General goods. Okay.
Yeah. Grumpy Bear General
I don't
Goods,
know the-
run by Averick. Yes.
Okay. Averick? Averick's here even.
He kind of.
So you said Mira gestured towards the table.
Yeah.
Okay. So Windsor says, "I think we're gonna have some more company here."
Oh, Averick, yeah. That's where we got the spice pouch from.
Yep. You also bought some
that
candy
I have,
from him.
And his delicious candy in my pocket. So we've had a couple of I've had some dealings with him already. The bag of plenty, I think is what it was called.
The spice pouch. Yes.
The spice, yeah.
After a few moments, Averick nods towards your table, then comes back in, being followed by a let's see here now, a kind of teal-skinned individual, large black eyes, that Zephrina you would recognize as being the girl from the Feather Touch bathhouse, Mist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Between the two of them, they have 2 large sacks that they're carrying. They kind of come over to the table and they set them down by the group. You know, so it's not everything that you wanted, but after everything you did for us, we figured at the very least we could help you as much as we can. Mira says that she has some more that she'll try and get scraped together and put out for you as well. Sorry we weren't.
Oh, is that the salt?
I mean, it's not all that you were asking for. We're sorry. Yeah. He kind of nods and he very quickly excuses himself. This kind of like smiles and gives a little courtesy. It's like, to see all at the bathhouse. It looks like you've already cleaned up, but a little pampering never hurt, right? And she kind of like quietly excuses herself after a moment.
As she goes to leave, I just want to kind of like walk up behind her and inquire if the bird came back.
The silver one? I haven't seen it, but
yeah, the one that I took.
Not since you left with it. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't always notice it.
That's fine. And then she'll have a good night. And I'll go sit back down at the table and How much of the salt?
There
Is-
are
160 pounds of salt. Okay. Well, we need 40 more pounds of salt.
Oh, that's much better off than we were a bit ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh yes.
Right.
Nearly there.
Plus, you maybe have a little bit from the bag.
Yeah, it won't be enough though. That won't. It would take so much. We would run out of days
What
before
about the
I could.
boilers thing?
We do still need to find out about a still in order to.
Because it seems to me that
kind
getting 40 pounds would be a lot easier than 200.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's definitely our option to get the remaining 40 pounds. Is to. There was a warehouse or something we were supposed to go to.
Mira
You
kind
know-
of clears her throat as she approaches. So, I was thinking the biggest problem with boiling off seawater is getting as much as you need up to the boiler and she gestures to the back room where she has her still. But ice is a lot easier to haul around than liquid water.
All the ice
Very
in the
true.
harbor.
That is true.
Like, because the water's frozen, does that mean that the salt and the water are separated now?
Well, I'm not sure that's how it works. I assume that it's very salty,
Yeah.
but I know it's a lot easier to grab a hunk of ice and haul it up a hill than it is to, carry 5 gallons of water at a time.
That is very true. Oh, I wonder how much of that ice is left. Oh. It doesn't melt quickly, does it? It's a chilly
mean-
night, isn't it?
Not really. I mean, we buy our ice from the mountain, and it generally will last us a week.
So is that what we're doing tonight then? We're she's look to everybody. We're gathering up the ice.
Someone's got to go talk to them first. Make sure that's good to do. Make sure they can handle it if we bring it up there.
Well, I mean, if y'all are going all the way to the mountain, that is definitely your best bet to get a large amount. But I will get you. So I'm friends with the person that runs the Messengers Guild, and I'll have word sent to expect y'all at the Queen's Sea.
At
And
the Blue Still or at the Queen Sea?
if you're going to be melting down a lot of ice, then you're probably going to need to head towards the clan home. I don't think the blue still can take care of that much. But I'll get you a wagon for in the morning. And if y'all can get it loaded, you should be able to get a couple hundred, maybe 400 or 500 pounds of ice into it, and hit the road with enough time to get there. I know, like, y'all had some other plans, but y'all did a big
ship
favor for
is-
us, and this is like the least we can do for you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Who knows what would have happened if they had gotten off of the boat? Let's be frank, that dragon seemed pretty targeted on the boat.
Or
If
there
it had
was
gotten
something
into
else
the
going
town,
on.
it could have been a lot worse.
It's
So,
only
yeah.
a duty, I suppose.
Y'all probably saved a couple lives today. So, it's the least we can do.
For Mira's generosity and ideas, she'll Zephyrina will take out one full bottle of her special mead that she had been and give it to her as part of to help Mira like relax and kind of calm down from her jitters, but also as like a thank you for going above and beyond to get us the idea and the rest of the way.
She takes the
So that's
bottle and smiles a little. It's like, I'll have Sai send the letter off tonight with one of his ravens, and I'll have one of the wagons fixed up and ready for you. Y'all just need to get some people to help you haul the ice in and load it. It should last for, I mean, if y'all want to get out of the water now, it won't be the worst of plans. I think you'll be okay in the morning. You've definitely earned a bit of a rest. Heck, at some point, it was nice having y'all here for a couple days.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, and she kind of rubs her eyes a little bit. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to enjoy myself a bit and have a glass before I bed down for the night. But yeah, y'all can sleep in here if you want. If you already got a place, then no worries on that. Alina will make sure you get anything you need, okay?
All right, great.
Forget this help.
Alright,
It's like it's very formal for a second.
y'all helped us. And she kind of shrugs it off, like clearly gain a little emotional over some aspects of what has happened. Shoulders the rifle, takes it back behind the bar, and then heads into the back room where her house is.
So this new place that we would be taking the ice to, that's something I don't think we've talked about at all, right? Because it was supposed to be the special still, like the warehouse with the still or something.
The one near the Capitol, I believe, is the one at the special. The one
Yep.
where the all the beer comes from.
Yep.
Okay.
Kala, is there a flower
Well,
shop
I wouldn't.
open?
Is there what?
A flower shop open?
Why do you need flowers?
Yes.
There's some in the yard at the. And she gestures vaguely back towards Breeze. Because I keep them growing there.
Okay. Bert's gonna kind of scamper off.
Kyla's going
Zephyrina?
to follow
ahead.
Bert to see if he's going to dig up the whole garden or not, or help him get flowers if needed. Some of them
Zephyrina,
might not be fully bloomed.
what were you going to say? You were about to ask something, I think. I thought someone was about to ask me a question. Did I misinterpret? Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Bert, there is like a not quite extravagant, but a decent sized garden in Bree's domicile. It has a number of flowers of various types, colors, hues, and a kind of glowing blue flower growing off of an ivory trellis that has been starting to sprout recently.
Okay.
This corner of the backyard's where I grow up. And she points to the backyard away from the blue winds.
Okay, he's gonna kind of try to carefully pick like a very small bouquet.
Okay. Definitely easy enough to do.
Trying to think, what are bouquets typically wrapped in?
Paper.
Okay. I'm just
Wait.
assuming I have that. So just
Or
gonna take a
ribbon.
yeah. Just kind of make a makeshift bouquet, and he's gonna go down the dock and place a bouquet of flowers on the dock where the ship sank. Oh wait, they have that locked down. Damn it.
Yeah, there is.
Well, okay, stealth roll.
Go ahead.
So she's just still been following Bert. Bert, you're taking those somewhere?
He's not even responding. That would be
Alright.
a 22
All right.
stealth.
Yeah. No, you easily like
Kala's not following. She's casting invisibility on him using the harp.
Okay, that's
Oh.
fine. You kind of slink through the shadows. There are like 4 guardsmen that have been deputized by Constable Marshall, kind of standing guard, but they're not paying that much attention to a single Paquin that kind of slips through the shadows out onto the docks.
If they can even see the Paquin.
Yeah, he's gonna
Invisible.
sit, then just kind of slink back to the tavern.
Like the flowers set down there, and you can see like the remains of the ship just maybe 30, 40 feet below. It definitely will not be allowed to stay there for too long, but with all the ice, it would be dangerous to try and remove the ship now. But returning to the tavern, it's nice, warm. There's people talking. Every now and then, someone will come by and give y'all a drink or ask y'all a question about the fight. It's just people overcome with curiosity, it seems. But we're going to start winding down towards the end of the session. So if there's anything else anyone wants to accomplish, now would be the time.
Zephyrina will just remind Miss Buttons there's another room where I'm staying. So, and she's usually the charismatic and wants to party, but she wants to go to bed. So she wants to head back. Call it a night.
Buttons can't afford to get too drunk anyway, no matter how freaked out she's been.
Yeah.
Morning. Sounding that level.
Venser, before Buttons leaves, Venser goes up to her and says, I really am sorry about the slap earlier. I know you know that I didn't mean it, but please don't let this affect our relationship.
And so, my dear, you couldn't help yourself. And for that matter, and she's gonna like raise a mostly empty glass at this point. We've all come from different places. We've all come from different kinds of life. We're all very different people, but we've fought horrible things together, standing side by side, and we're still standing. None of us died. Very happy about that. I can't say I look forward to it, but I'll proud to stand with y'all again. Now I'm going to sleep. Yes. She's not passing out, but at this point she's gotten a little tipsy. She's a small bunny. She doesn't drink that much usually.
Yeah. Zephyrina will kind of put an arm around his shoulder and, as we try to make our way to our accommodations. Bonded in battle now. So.
This
Yeah,
is
Bert's gonna
definitely
follow.
worse ways to bond.
Yeah.
Bert, roll a stealth check.
Really?
Hmm?
Okay. 23.
23. Roll 2.
Who else needed to make a roll?
Oh, I need to make a roll. You hear
Oh, okay.
a voice in the back of your head, Bert, as you head towards the residential part of town. Don't have work to be doing, boy. Don't skip long. Don't dawdle.
Do I know who it sounds like?
Make a history check. It definitely sounds familiar.
5.
There's only a couple people that know that name. All right, and
Okay.
so I think with that, unless there's anyone else who has something they want to include, we're going to call the game here. And if anyone wants to earn a inspiration by calling out some excellent roleplay today, I think there's been plenty of opportunities for people to do so. Because y'all did a great session today.
Oh, we didn't die.
I wanna call out Kala's use of just the vast array of abilities and just the way that she managed her character and role played, but still was extremely effective throughout the entire thing. I think a lot of the success is based off of on her.
All right, enjoy your inspiration.
I was gonna say I totally am okay with it, like play level. I was really just kind of laughing internally, I mean externally too, the whole time with Vinzer so apologetic over hitting buttons. Just like, yeah.
And Fitzer as pretty much stepping in between the two characters to save you was pretty cool.
Yes, that was a badass moment.
Those are definitely some inspiration points earned there. Anyone else want to call out some roleplay?
The flowers thing was nice. It was a good callback to when Bert was calling buttons on the whole there's people on that ship a couple episodes before. I thought that was a really good callback.
I think the reason why was probably really obscure because I didn't really go into it, but should I just go ahead and say it now?
I mean, if Bert would share it with the group.
If they asked, he wouldn't probably offer it, but
Up to you.
basically he was familiar with the captain. So I was
Which
kind
is
of
not yet
captain's
proven
dead.
dead.
Yeah, but still. And also, I mean, possibly people that he did know, because captains usually do have some of their crew that they keep around.
I mean, a lot was removed before the ship got there. So there is that aspect to look into still, too.
All right. Well, anyone else want to call out any excellent roleplay? You can do so up until we start the next session. Today y'all earned. Let's see here now. 120 XP for the first fight each, and 180 XP each for the second fight.
300.
120 and 180.
Yep.
So it should be
Should be 300 total, right?
300 total. Yeah.
Yep.
Which should place y'all not terribly too far away from about halfway.
Do we want to go ahead and edit and put that total on your post like we used to? Total XP so far?
I am.
1,300?
Oh, thank you.
There's a ways to go. I think we're still at around like maybe 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I had a lot of fun.
Yep.
I hope y'all enjoyed the first real combat game. Combat doesn't happen too often. It's probably going to be about every 3 or 4 episodes, maybe. Depends on how fast y'all move through stuff. But the map seemed to work all right, and they're not all going to be as big grand fights as this one is. I can promise you that. So
When
yeah.
you mentioned a dragon, I was like,
We're all
How?
gonna die.
I
Well, are are we kind of like calling this like we've all gone to bed so that when we start the next game we have had a long rest, or are we still just leaving it at super late and we're headed back?
I will ask that to y'all. Is there anything y'all want to accomplish before y'all have a long rest?
While they were heading out, I wanted to ask them if we wanted to plan a time for tomorrow to go meet the constable, which I know Bert doesn't want to do, but
I mean,
but
yeah, but
that's my
another.
To check in and still get long rest or no?
Depends on how late you sleep.
Yeah, he'll sleep in. He's a cat.
Then probably, and we'll pick up with dealing with that before the long rest. But those who want to take a long rest and have no intention of doing anything else for the rest of the evening, you can go ahead and take a long rest.
Yay!
Okay.
Those of you who
Zephyrina will have left the. Zephyrina then would have like left the cost of a room, since she didn't like run it by Kristen at all. Just like leave it on a table or something with like a little note scratched like your other room is occupied in case he comes down. I know he doesn't really come down from upstairs, but for buttons.
Okay.
Or for silver, just leave it down there.
Yeah.
Before going
They'll
to bed.
definitely be gone in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. All my players, y'all are absolutely marvelous. Oh my lord, I have missed and needed this. Y'all did a great job today. I know that fight was really stressful at a couple points, and I could not be more proud of how well y'all handled everything.
Good time.
Let's see. I guess end stream. Also in my recording, yes. Bye, everyone.
Bye, folks. Oh, should I say the thing?
Oh yeah, hold on.
It's
Errol,
too
say
late
the
to say
thing.
the thing. All right, folks. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And please, always make sure to act like a polite werewolf. Like and subscribe.
Every time. I laugh every time. All right. Hey, follow us on Twitter at bonusroll. Elon Musk hasn't bought it yet, so we haven't abandoned it. But who knows?
Who knows? Maybe I'll make it profitable.
Goodbye.